I say I'm back, like anybody's watched, like, oh, see, now I just started talking before it even, I don't even know how to, like, before this even started recording, I start talking, because I'm an idiot. Look, Cheese is here today. Say hi. Can you say hi? Meow? Meow? He wants to be all up in my lap, and he's mad that, like, the computer is up in my lap. But anyway, so, like, now it's my thing that I'm always just, like, wearing my scarf when I'm doing this. You can tell that I spend a lot of time with my scarf on. But in the morning when I take the kid to school, I am not going to, like, stop and do my hair. Like, it's very unusual that I will, like, take time to do my hair for what's going to equate to getting out of the car, walking her over to the classroom, and walking back to come and, like, come back to my house and sit on my couch like I'm going to do today, because I am, like, full of freaking snot. Sorry for that, TMI. But no, I basically, I was talking to my girlfriend who had a baby, like, September 17th. And I swear to God, I've been sick for, like, that whole time, except for, like, 3 days of not being sick, I think, is pretty much it. So I think I might have, I don't have Ebola, obviously, because then, like, sadly, I would already be dead. But it's some kind of, like, it's the plague version of a cold. Like, I thought maybe I had a sinus infection, and I told the doctor, like, on the phone, because thank you, I can just, like, not have to go in, even though it's just right down the street. And she's like, yeah, it sounds like you probably have a sinus infection. And so I took 7 days of antibiotics, and, like, toward the end of those antibiotics, like, I started to feel better. And then, and then I got a new cold because my kid had a cold. What, Chief? Do you want to say anything? Chief. In his old age, like, all he really wants to do is just, like, hang out and, like, cuddle and stuff, which is so sweet, because especially on a day like today when I don't feel well. And I took my bra off too, so I'm sorry about that. I'm, like, trying to see how many chins I have. Anyway, so I just felt like talking, and it seemed like at the time I had something important to say, but I don't really think I do, as usual. But, like, listen to the well, I always want to talk about TV, because it is, like, my daughter is my favorite thing in the entire world, obviously. So TV is not my favorite thing in the entire world, but it is way high at the top of my list about my favorite things. But listen to this episode of TV, because I have Bravo on, which is one of my favorite stations, because Andy Cohen is always on it, and there's always some kind of, like, traumatic, reality show. Like, right now I'm watching this reunion. The reunion of Below Deck is on. And Below Deck, I guess, is a show about these people who work on a yacht. And it has drama, because this one lady on here is awful. Like, I have never seen the show, but first of all, she is fueling my theory that, how they say you can't judge a book by its cover. I believe there are some people that you can just look at and be like, that person is a total bitch, or that person is a total freaking D-bag. Like, you can just tell. So this lady, right off when you see her, now I forget what her name is. I think her name is Kat. So you could go look up Kat from Below Deck and see what I mean. She's awful, because you can tell this is what people who are jerks or beyotches say a lot. When somebody says, you said such and such, and it made me feel like this. And then they go, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm sorry it made you feel that way. I'm sorry that that's what you, how you interpreted it. And then that's how you feel. Like, it's not like, I'm sorry I was a freaking bitch. It's like, I'm sorry that you're so, thin-skinned that I can't be a total bitch to you. And then you got sad about it. So, people who say stuff like that, like, and I've unfortunately known people like that, and usually they have been men, because that's the kind of man that I attract. Just don't hang out with those people, because they're awful, and they're always going to be awful, and they're always going to say stuff like that. Because if you're not walking around all the time saying stuff that's hurting people's feelings, then you're probably not going to get people coming to you and saying that you hurt their feelings. Like, that's probably not going to happen a lot if you're not acting like a total bitch. I'm just saying. So maybe that's what I was going to tell you before I start. I don't even know. But listen to the description of this show. The show that comes on after this, I don't think I've ever heard of it. It's called My Crazy Love. And on this episode, it's a 30-minute show. It says, a woman pretends to move across the country to coax her boyfriend to propose to her. And the other part is a man gets trapped in a closet at his dream girl's home. So, you know, one of the reasons that I like TV is that it reminds me, reality TV shows remind me that with all of my neuroses and all of my laughable ridiculousnesses regarding my love life and lack thereof, it could be so much worse. Like, I could be such a worse, awful head case than I'm not even a head case compared to these people, because I would never hide in somebody's closet, and I wouldn't pretend to move. I don't even understand what that means. So now I'm going to have to watch this and see what happens. That's what I'm going to be watching with my second cup of coffee, is I'm going to watch this show. Even though this goes against what I just told somebody, and I'm not going to call her out, but I was talking to a friend who said that she watches the Duggars because her kid likes the Duggars. And I don't know what it is with me and the Duggars, but I think it has something to do with the fact that I like, and I've talked about this on Facebook, that like the Duggars, People Magazine, I follow People Magazine on Facebook. So, but People Magazine has a story about those fucking Duggars every single day. And I think sometimes twice a day. And I don't understand why, because it isn't even like it's a story. Okay, so they have 19 kids, right? So it's not even like there's a story about a different kid every day. Like, that almost would make sense to me. But I think it's always about this one who was getting married or just got married, or is she pregnant, or was she pregnant before she got married? Because that doesn't seem like something Duggar would do. I don't know, because I don't go read it. But as I said to my friend, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. They're driving me nuts. And I said to her, I said, listen to me. If it's the last 42 minutes of your life, because, you know, that's generally what an hour-long show boils down to, which you would know if you, like, watch stuff on Netflix or whatever. It's not that I'm a total psycho and, like, time how many minutes something is without commercials. But look at that cat. Look at that face. He's so cute. But so, as it's the last 42 minutes of your life, like, seriously, like, the world is going to explode in 42 minutes. Like, the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it, as REM would say. Do you want to spend the last 42 minutes of your life with the Duggars? Okay, I'm almost at 8 minutes. Don't spend the last 42 minutes of your life with the Duggars. Watch good, funny TV, like Selfie and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like I was watching last night. They're hilarious. Like, I was, like, hitting my kid. Like, not hit, because I don't believe in corporal punishment. Let me just say that right now on the topic of hitting your kids, because you just don't need to do it. So, if anybody watches this, and they can comment, they can disagree, but you don't, I don't think. Or unless I just got, anyway. So, but I was hitting her with, like, laughter, like, oh, that's so fun. Like that. Like, it was that hilarious. So, watch funny shows like that, or watch a good dramatic show like Blacklist. That show is so good. Go watch it on Netflix. Go watch the whole first season. It's wonderful. Just tell all of your family, like, you have to take a break from them for 26 hours, basically, and then just watch that whole show, and then go find it and get caught up on it on your cable TV, on your on-demand, or whatever situation you have. Okay. Have a great day, and go watch some good TV, and don't spend the last 42 minutes of your life with the Duggars. That's what you should take away from this. Okay, bye.